Satyam evam puna puna. He's saying, this is truth, this is truth. Again and again, let me tell you, this is the truth. Why? Vina Radha Prasadhena, without the mercy of Srimati Radharani, Mat Prasad na labhyate, you will not get my mercy. So, Radharani is the embodiment of mercy, embodiment of devotion. She is the embodiment of that personality who engages us. Jai, this is the confirmation in the service of Sri Krishna. I was thinking, Prabhu mentioned I have a daughter. Yes, I have a 2-year-old daughter, almost 2. And as a father, right? So, like to cuddle into the daughter and say very sweet words to her. So, we are so loving to our daughters, or our sons, our children. But then, when the child gives us some mercy, right? Stool, urine, poop. What do? We tell our wife, oh, please, take care of your child. And we hand it over to the mother. And the mother cleans the stool, the urine, gives nice bath, puts powder, nice clothes, and then we're like, kuchi, 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 come, and we kind of embrace the child. And then everybody around us also want to cuddle around and play with the child. So Krishna is the supreme father. He says, Aham bija pradapita, I am the seed-giving father. But we have a lot of poo-poo in terms of anarthas, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, so much of anarthas, lust, anger, greed, pride. Krishna says, this is too much, Baba, I can't deal with this person. He hands it to Srimati Radharani. And what does Radharani do? She cleans all these anartha like poo-poo. And then she gives us a bath of her mercy. She's a supreme mother, so she gives us the bath of her mercy and she decorates us with so many beautiful Vaishnava qualities. And what happens? After we get decorated with those Vaishnava qualities, Krishna is eager to embrace us. And all the Vaishnavas, like our friends and relatives, also want to glorify us. So it is whose mercy? It is the mercy of Srimati Radharani. And so we are Gaudiyas. What is Gaudiya? Devotees of Radharani. Vaishnavas are devotees of Vishnu, and Gaudiyas are especially devotees of Radharani, and in that mood we serve the Supreme Lord. So we will talk a little bit about the glories of Srimati Radharani, her supremost position. But the Acharyas describe that this is a very Herculean task. Is it possible to understand the glories of the Supreme Lord, and especially of Srimati Radharani, even to understand Krishna? Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate, Bhagavad Gita says. After many lifetimes, can we hardly scratch the surface of Krishna's mercy? So it is said that without having a living guru, and this is not my words, everything I speak, I will quote from the Shastras. It is only by the mercy of a living guru, by taking the dust of his lotus feet. Pujyami charana renubhihi. It's described. Can one even dare to enter into? Maybe we can hear, maybe at some surface level we can understand a little bit, but until we accept a spiritual master, even to be a doctor, one has to go formally and get education, learn under a teacher, learn under experienced doctors. So it's only by the mercy of the spiritual master and the dust of his lotus feet, Vina Mahat Pada Rajobhishekam, one cannot enter into these pastimes. But still, since it is the divine appearance of Radharani, so we will scratch the surface a little bit to understand her glories. So, just like we all freshened up, took bath, hopefully, and came here to the temple, right, and congregated here for the Sunday feast. Once, what happened? All the great personalities in this world, the great devatas, they all came for a Sunday feast program, for a festival. And who are all these personalities? Great personalities like Lord Ganesha, Shiva, Parvati, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, you name them, all these personalities. Imagine you come here, you see Ganesh next to you, you're like, Arey, abhi Visarjan to kiya? And they've all come here for what? To have darshan of Vishnu. And if we ask them, whose mercy are you getting all these powers? Under whose instructions? Because we go to the temples of many devatas, right? Whose instructions are you performing your activities? Who is your predominating deity? Who is your Lord? What do all these personalities say? To understand Radharani, first you need to understand Krishna. For that you need to understand Vishnu. For that we need to understand what is their position. So, Jatadala Galajala Pravaha Pavita Stale, very auspicious forest, Lord Shiva is performing meditation. When he's asked, whom are you meditating on? He says, Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnum Aradhanam param. I am worshipping the Supreme Lord Vishnu. We had Chaturthi of Ganesha, Ganesh Chaturthi. If you ask Ganesha, how do you get the power to uproot all the obstacles? What does he say? He says, Yad Pada Pallava Yugam Minithaya Kumbha Dvandve Pranama Samaye Chakanadi Raja. Yad Pada Pallava Yuga, by taking the feet of the two lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Nrsimhadev, Krishna, Vishnu, what do I do? Vignyam Mihantum Alamasya Jagatrayasya. In these 3 words, I uproot all the obstacles. If you go to Durga Devi, Parvati, and we worship her, she says that I am just a shadow of the Lord. Shrishti Sthiti Pralaya Shadana Shakti Eka Chayeva. I am a Chaya, the shadow. Chayeva Yasya Vivanadi Vivarti Durga. Brahma says, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So all of these Devatas who are administrators, they have come one day at 4 in the morning to this little lake. It's called Sri Pushkara Tirtha. And they're wearing their gamchas, they're taking a dip, and they're standing in the line to have darshan of whom? Venkateshwara, Balaji, Vishnu, Shri Krishna, right? And it is described, Shri Swami Pushkarinika Pravanirmalanga Shreyatino Hara Virencha Sanandana Adya. It's described. So many devatas, starting with Hara, Virencha, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Sananda, Sanatana Kumaras, all these Kumaras, and many others. Dware Vasati, Varametra Hatottamanga, and like we go and take darshan in Tirupati. How many minutes do we have to take darshan? Seconds. How many seconds? And if you are late, Hatottamanga, you get beatings. Jargandi. This is true even for the Devatas. And one for each head. Lord Brahma 4 heads. Panchamukha Shiva 5 heads. Shanmukha 6 heads. That Ravan doesn't come to take darshan. So they are coming to have darshan of Vishnu, Narayana. And it's described that Vishnu is only one Purusha Avatara in place for creating this whole material manifestations. And if you look at Purusha Avataras, Leela Avataras, Manvantara Avataras, Yuga Avataras, you name those avatars, it's described. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the root, fountainhead of all these avatars. And you must be thinking, what? This Krishna? Even Brahma was bewildered. You can see that painting there of Krishna sitting. And the painting of Brahma Vimohana Leela. Brahma says, this boy, he's a Makhan Shor. Somebody said butter, right? He steals butter. And Krishna has a philosophy behind that. They come and tell Krishna, you're stealing butter from my house. Krishna says, what do you mean butter from your house and yours? Not only butter in the butter pot in your house, but the planets in the neighboring universe also belongs to me. And you are claiming it is yours. You are the thief, not me. And that is true. Ishavastimidam sarvam. So Krishna is speaking the absolute truth, but in Vrindavan, he's filled with sweetness. And he's having such beautiful pastimes. Krishna loves his devotees. One friend of Krishna, Rishabha, he gets a small scratch. You can see they're all playing here. And Krishna knows it before Rishabha knows it. Krishna says, oh Rishabha, please show me. I see something happened to you. Don't you have a doctor here? And he says, really Krishna? Krishna blows on that wound. Krishna takes some leaves and flowers, crushes, and gets a paste and puts it on the wound. And he asks, are you okay, Rishabha? And says, yes. I'm doing better. So in this way, Krishna loves his devotees. Krishna eats prasadam from the plates of his other cowherd boys. And when Brahma sees this, Brahma is bewildered. Brahma steals, as some of us know, this pastime of the cowherd boys of Krishna, the cows and the calves. And what does Krishna do? Krishna understands this. And you can see the painting there. Since I didn't get slides today, I thought we can go over some of these paintings to understand the story. Krishna, you can see they personally expanded into innumerable Vishnu Tattvas. Yavat Vatsapa Vatsakalpaka Vapur, Yavat Kareng Radhikam, Yavat Yashnu Vishanu Venu Dalashik, Yavat Bidhir Shambaram. Bhagavatam describes expanding himself as so many Vishnu Tattvas, each of the Vishnu Tattva becoming his friend. Madhumangal, Sudam, Sridam, Stoka Krishna, Toke, Rishabha, all these devotees. Krishna expands exactly the dhotis they're wearing, the exact embellishments of what they have, the flutes, the bugles, all of their embellishments, the way they speak, what games they like to play. Krishna expanded it to all of them. A story which describes how Krishna is the source of all the Vishnu Tattvas. So that Krishna, in principle, Krishna and Vishnu are the same. In Tattva, they are the same. But in Rasa, in sweetness, Krishna's sweetness is so overpowering that the entire majesty of the Supreme Lord is overpowered, overcome, enveloped by his sweetness. And that Supreme Lord, who's the source of all the Vishnus, who's the master of the entire host of the Devatas, is this Krishna. Nanda Nandana Krishna, Gopavesh, Venudhara, Natabara, Sri Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Aradhya Bhagavan is our Brajendra Nandana Krishna. So this Krishna is beautifully standing here on the altar. And can we tell, how do you know that this is Krishna? What are the three? I'm looking for three ornaments or embellishments or something that will tell you that it's Krishna. Flute, yes, flute is one. Peacock feather. Number 3 is the hard one. Trivangi, okay, but garland, ornaments, yes. What ornament? Tulasi on his feet? Especially Pitambara. Not there, but here you can see Krishna is wearing a Pitambara garment, yellow garment. Naumidhyate Brahmapushe Tadid Ambaraya. Tadida Ambara. Tadida means lightning. So the cloth he's wearing is lightning colored Ambara or a Pita Ambara. Pita Ambaram, Galashobha Kaustuvam, very nice ornaments he has. And that is Krishna. Right? Why does Krishna wear yellow color? Any guesses? Yes? That is Radharani's complexion. And what color does Radharani wear? Blue. Neelambaradari Radha. Pitambara Harihi. So Krishna wears this beautiful Pitambara garment. And Krishna has a beautiful flute. Right? Vamshi Vibhushita Karan. His hand is decorated with the flute. And the flute is decorated with the beauty of his hands. His fingers running on the flute. And what does he wear? Peacock feathers. We used to have peacocks here in the ISKCON temple in Michigan, in Detroit. Many years back when Prabhupada was there. And Prabhupada came to the temple, Prabhupada saw the peacocks. And the peacocks were passing stool in different places in the temple grounds. And Prabhupada says, why are they doing this? And the devotee said, Prabhupada, peacocks here, they sometimes eat the marigolds. And Prabhupada made a nice statement. Prabhupada said, yes, but it is your duty to clean the temple grounds and know for sure that cleaning the temple, cleaning the pots, cleaning every inch of the temple is not different from cleaning or doing abhishek of the Archa Vigraha Murti of Krishna personally. Prabhupada made this statement. Many years back, I got an opportunity to interview Badrinarayan Maharaj. So he was telling stories of Prabhupada in Detroit here. So that is Krishna. Krishna loves the peacock feather. Krishna loves to dance. And as Krishna is dancing, the peacocks stop dancing. And Krishna is standing. Krishna is like, why dear peacocks? Peacocks say, we have only one quality of dancing. And in front of you, Krishna, we can't even do this. So what do? They pluck the feathers from their body, they give it to Krishna. And Krishna says, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. He says, first I say Patram, leaf, which includes the feather. I will take your feather, oh dear peacock, and I will put it on my crown. So Krishna wears this peacock feather. And what happens? Right? So now you can see Krishna is there standing in the threefold bending form. Krishna is playing the flute. Krishna has a peacock feather. And which side is the peacock feather leaning towards? Radharani. Yes. So it's described. A very beautiful verse describes what happens. So when Krishna is having this, it is said here that Venum Karandri Patitam. So Krishna is playing the flute. Venu is the flute. Karandri Patitam. Patita means Patita Pavana. Right? Fallen soul, the Lord uplifts. Venum Karandri Patitam. The flute falls from Krishna's hands. Krishna's hands, the flute falls. Venum Karandri Patitam. Skalitam Shikhandam. His peacock feather starts leaning towards Radharani and it falls down. Venum Karangri Patitam, Skalilam Shikhandam, Rasocha Pita Vashanam, Vrajaraja Suno. The Pita Vashana, Rasocha, that also falls down. And Krishna himself falls down. How? Yasya Kataksha Sharad Atma Vimogditasya Tham Radhikam Parichami Namostumam. So it is said, when one specific gopi, Srimati Radharani, from the corner of her eyes, yet Kataksha, Vimochayasya, when he sees one glance of one specific gopi, who is Srimati Radharani, then the flute falls from his hands, the peacock feather falls from his crown, and the dhoti also is slipping from him and he falls down. And that is Srimati Radharani. There are so many great personalities, Saraswati and Saraswati, Amba, Parvati, all of them are trying to worship the lotus feet of Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi is massaging the feet of Vishnu, Narayana, and then Narayana is trying to have darshan of Krishna, and this Krishna is enamored by Srimati Radharani. So we all know Lakshmi Devi. Yesterday Yugal Kishore Prabhu was saying, money, right? Lakshmi. But we don't know so much about Radharani, who is the goddess of devotion. And we think devotion we can wait till retirement, right? It's a retirement program. But if you offer flowers, do we want to offer like old flowers, which are rotting flowers, or do we want to offer like fresh flowers to Krishna? Fresh flowers, right? So when our body is fresh, when our body is energetic, when we have that vigor in our body, if we don't want to worship Krishna, but when everything is gone, then we can hardly see, we can hardly talk. Will we get that interest to serve Krishna? No. Prabhupada was asked by some devotees, Prabhupada, many of your disciples are all in the 20s, early 20s. Why is it? Prabhupada said education happens when you're younger. Right? So, we all know Lakshmi Devi, but very few know Srimati Radharani. So it's described that if you have the mercy of Srimati Radharani, Krishna is in your pocket. So if Krishna is in your pocket, it's described that if Krishna is there, she is automatically there. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Parthu Dhanutara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhuti Dhruvaniti. These things are there for sure. There's always victory, there's always Lakshmi Devi, and there is always Niti or morality. So that is Srimati Radharani. And who is Srimati Radharani? She is Krishna's own internal potency. So when Krishna desires to enjoy, Krishna, from Krishna's body itself, Amurtha or an unmanifested pleasure potency, Ladini Shakti of Krishna manifests as a Devi next to Krishna. And this is Srimati Radharani. Radha Krishna Eka Atma Tui Deyadari Anyonya Vilasa Rasa Aspadana Kori. So to just enjoy amorous beautiful pastimes, Krishna himself, he expands into Srimati Radharani. Like for example, I remember my wife was pregnant and COVID, right? COVID was like 3 months in, and she was going for her first ultrasound. Anyone else in my position where the Prabhus or the men were not allowed to go into the hospital, right? And then she got her first ultrasound, and I was sitting in the parking lot of West Bloomfield and before hospital, and she showed me the first ultrasound of the baby, and the doctor was like, "Oh, this baby is like a blueberry, and then a strawberry, and then not a watermelon." It gets bigger and bigger. But then we hear, right, the baby kicking in the womb, and the baby is having certain emotions. So the baby is in the womb of the mother. But then we have a desire to embrace the baby, right? So you can fulfill those when the baby comes out, when the baby smiles, the first words of the baby, like for the parents, right? Before I was a parent, I was like, what is this? But once you're a parent, then you feel, you get to know the rasa of having the child. Right? So similarly, although the baby is inside, to have that loving exchange, the baby has to come out. Right? So similarly, Radha Krishna is the one supreme absolute truth. There is sometimes a misconception, right? Addressing the elephant in the room. Right? Radha Krishna, there is a stigma behind it. Why? Because when you see a male and a female, or a boy and a girl interacting, then we know it's heading in one direction. Right? And what happens when we see divinity? then we superimpose our pratyaksha praman, our experience of what we see on divinity, and we bring them lower to this level. So even philosophically, right, from Bhagavad Gita, here's a quiz question. What does Krishna say? Where does lust or kama reside? In 3 places. Senses, intelligence, and mind. Right? Mind, senses, and intelligence. And to have these 3 things, what do you need? You need a gross body and you need a subtle body. Krishna's body is Satchidananda Vigraha. Rasika Shiromani, Akila Rasamrita Murti, Rasika Shekhara Krishna, Paramakaruna. Krishna's body is full of bliss, personified, thickened. There is the place for even Kama. Atmavan Manyate Jagat. We see things from our vision and we superimpose. There are 5 different levels of consciousness. There's no time to get into those details. But this has to be revealed. Right? And on this day, when we understand through the knowledge of the scriptures, then we can appreciate that Srimati Radharani is a manifestation of Krishna to enjoy these beautiful pastimes, but to give us also the divine mercy of his devotion. And when this Radha Krishna, they combine together, Sri Chaitanyam Prakatam Tadvayam Chaikyamaptam. When Radharani embraces Krishna, the golden complexion, that's a natural phenomenon of one having that kind of ultimate Mahabhava Bhakti. Mahabhava Swarupini. That golden complexion of Srimati Radharani merges into Krishna and becomes Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as you can see there. That is Krishna coming in the mood of Srimati Radharani to give us that which has never been given ever before. The sublime love of Braj Dham, Braj Prema. And he chants this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Even here you can see Hare, then Krishna. First mother, right? Energy of the Lord, then Krishna. Radha, then Gopi Jana Vallabha. Radha, then Kunj Bihari. Always the feminine. Radha, the mercy, is first. In this way, Radha enjoys and gives the ultimate pleasure to the Lord and engages all the devotees in serving the Lord. Ramhena Satam Mathura Pranite Shvamal Kanomai Anurakta Chitta Vighada Bhave Naname Yoga Tivra Dayonyam Dudrushu Sukhaya. Even if there is no enjoyment, even if Krishna has left Vrindavan, Radharani's desire to serve Krishna is so thickened, Vighada Bhava, it is so thickened love that it is not manifested in this world. She is the ultimate personification of devotion. Even when Radharani appears, she is blind, she is deaf, she is dumb on purpose. It's described when Krishna appeared 2 weeks ago, right? We had Janmashtami festival. Radharani, Narad Muni goes to Nanda Mahal and he sees Krishna. And he knows if Krishna has come, Radharani is coming. And he goes house to house to house. And he goes to the house of Rishabhanu and Dikshita. And he asks them, do you have any kids? They say, yes, we have one son, Sridama. And he blesses the beautiful son and says, he will be a Sakha, a friend of Krishna. Anybody else? And they say, yes. We have a daughter, but she's blind, she's deaf, she's dumb. As soon as Narad Muni embraces her, keeps her in his hands, he is filled with ecstasy. His hair starts standing on end. And for 2 hours he's stunned. That pleasure potency of the Supreme Lord has appeared as Srimati Radharani. And he sees that not even 1/1000th of the beauty of any of the damsels in the heavenly planets, or even Parvati herself, can equate the beauty of this beautiful child. And then the story goes where for the first time when these families reunite and in the crib, Krishna gets onto the crib. Radharani for the first time sensing that Krishna is there opens her eyes. So she is present and every sense of hers is only to give pleasure to Krishna. So similarly, when we can follow in her footsteps, Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor, Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanu Vardhane. We can please her by Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor, by thinking of Krishna's beautiful pastimes. Vachamsi, using our words in glorifying the Supreme Lord. Karau Hari Mandira Marjanadishu, using her hands for doing services. Chakara Achyuta Satkatode, that even seeing the darshane drishau, having darshan of their beautiful lordships. So when we come to the Sunday feast, when we enjoy these beautiful festivities which are coming up, we use our senses in the service of the Lord and use our tongue in chanting the holy names. We can actually get the mercy of their lordships. So today is that divine day. In India, it is still evening time, so it is still technically Radhashtami. A very auspicious month. Very grateful that you all could come, enjoy these beautiful festivities. And I wanted to end with one thing, that next week, or this coming week, Saturday is Bhadra Purnima, right? It is a day, that one day of the year, if you receive or give this beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the personification of everything we discussed right now. It is a personification of Krishna himself. What happens? Krishna can come into our lives. And this day of Bhadra Purnima, you get the ticket back home, back to Godhead. It is the one day of the year when you receive or when you give the Srimad Bhagavatam, the ticket, your ticket gets confirmed. It's not Tatkal, it's confirmed. Back home, back to Godhead. Krishna loves us. It's described in the Acharyas. Every second Krishna loves us and Radharani loves us more than all the love of all your near and dear ones put together in your entire lifetime. That is how much the Lord loves us. And this is the day when we can invite the Lord into our houses. Because this Krishna is Bhagavatam, Padav Yadiyo Pratama Dvitiyo, first two cantos are the two lotus feet of the Lord. Tritiya Chaurav Katithau Yaduru. The thighs are the third and fourth cantos. Nabis Tada Panchami or Shashtau. Fifth and sixth cantos are the navel and the chest of the Lord. Dashara Vinda Mukhamam Prapullam, his beautiful lotus face is the 10th canto. The reason I'm quoting is that this is bona fide. This is true. That you can invite the lordships to your houses. And on this day when you do that, then you get divine mercy. So please take this opportunity. Actually, in the temple, there are just 2 Bhagavatam sets left. So, take full advantage of this. I was thinking of this one rap that I was meditating on. So we all like spice in our life, right? Whether it's in talking, whether it's in food. So if you like spice, please take my advice. Krishna's pastimes will entice. It will make your life so nice. And today I will give you a really good price. Less than $300, less than what most Indians make in one day. But today you have the most valuable opportunity, and even devotees can come and install the Srimad Bhagavatam. Any one of us who don't have Srimad Bhagavatam with you, I'm sure raising your hands doesn't mean I will sign you up. At least today you can desire. And then you can either see me or see one of the devotees. And please take advantage, because it's really said that Dehinam, the Manushya Deha, the human form of life, is very rare that we get. And Dehinam Kshanabhamura, at any instant, any second, we can lose this great opportunity. Tatrapi Dullabham Manye, more rare than that. This Vaikuntha Priya Darshanam, getting association of the devotees of the Lord and Srimad Bhagavatam. So again, just wanted to throw it out there, because next Sunday would be too late. Because Saturday is the day when you can invite Srimad Bhagavatam. And please continue to come, continue to chant the holy names, and please partake in all these festivities. Apologize, I went 15 minutes more, 2 o'clock, but there will be a nice Sunday feast. Prasadam awaiting all of you. Thank you for your kind audience. Srimati Radharani ki Jai, Prabhupada ki Jai, Prabhu ki Jai.
Hare Krishna devotees, anyone who wants to acquire Srimad Bhagavatam set today, you can please collect it from here.
Thanks also.
Haribol. ఇంకా ఫోన్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా ఇప్పుడు. నేను ఇంకా చూస్తున్నా ఇంకా
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. If I can just have your attention for 2 minutes. How many are here with children in this room? Do you have children between the age of 4 to 15? Can you please raise your hands?
I am children.
Parents with children from the ages of 4 to 15. Okay, so I have some questions. Let's see who can answer. Who likes Kirtan? Who likes pizza? Who likes dancing? Who likes reading shlokas? And who likes to listen to classes? Looks like we have a pack who likes everything. So that is not the expectation, but there is something in there for everybody. So parents, we request you who have children from the ages of 4 to 15, our Sunday school for the year 2022 begins next Sunday. The registration booth is outside. Please don't leave without inquiring. Thank you so much.
Very nice.